Hello, I'm Rupert Turton, and welcome to the Business Spotlight interview where we talk to local business owners about their journey. Today, I'm joined by Eloise Shelton from Vanilla Recruitment, who are an independent recruitment agency doing temporary, full-time, part-time recruitment across the East Midlands and mainly focused around Leicestershire and Northamptonshire. But more importantly, their HQ is in the lovely Market Harbour. So hello, Eloise.
Hi, Rupert. Lovely to meet you.
And great to see you. So let's just start. What do you do, and how long have you been doing it for?
Well, I've been in the recruitment industry for 25 years. I've had vanilla recruitment for 18 years. So, as you said, we're an independent recruitment company specialising in four niche areas. So, there's office, marketing, HR, and accountancy recruitment. We provide permanent recruitment solutions, temporary and contract recruitment for businesses who want to reduce their time to hire and ensure that candidates are engaged through the whole recruitment process.
Excellent. Um, so look, everything's changed a little around the way we all operate at the moment, which I'm guessing in recruitment must have made a big change to the way you operate and also the way the candidates want to be employed going forward as well. So what were the business changes that you had to make during COVID-19?
There were quite a lot. The recruitment market died a death over. It seemed overnight with COVID, and we went from having a very busy office environment to, I think we had one vacancy. So when the government said, we all need to go home to work, every vacancy got put on hold. Temps got finished. So it was a really challenging time. I think we made lots of changes, and I used that time to really look at Vanilla's kind of processes and how we worked. We became far more automated as a business
Yeah.
behind the scenes, which has been really good for us. But I'd probably say the biggest change that we had to make, that the whole world had to make, was when we went to remote working. So
Mm.
pre-COVID, we were very much office based. Candidates would come into the office to be interviewed on a face-to-face basis. My consultants were all based in the office. Um, and we had to just completely flip that. So we then moved to video interviewing, which from a candidate perspective meant we could move much more quickly because we could just jump on a call rather than coordinating somebody coming into the office. So that made the recruitment market and processes move much more quickly, which is great. It also meant geographically we weren't limited to the East Midlands. We could
Mhm.
recruit nationally,
Yeah.
which again has been fantastic. And for my employees, it means that they can work the working hybrid model, because they're used to working from home, and it hasn't had any detrimental effect on our productivity. And I'd say my employees are happier. So from that respect, it's all good.
And actually, because you mentioned systems at the beginning of that as well, Eloise. So was the remote working made, I was going to say possible, but actually it was essential, but was it made easier because of the improvement to the systems you've made around the business?
Yes, yeah. We I was just thinking about, we invested in new technology,
Mm.
and streamlined a lot of our processes to be able to automate them. So yes, then working from home and having that flexibility, it was much easier.
Yeah. Okay. So what's been your biggest learning since you've been a business owner?
Um, this one made it's a really interesting question. It really makes me think. I'd say my biggest learning is that bigger isn't always better. I
Mm.
think in the early days of recruitment, the early days of Vanilla, when I'd set up, it was all about growth, um, employing more people, growing the divisions that we were in the areas that we could recruit in for clients. Um, but actually, what I've learned as I've been going along is employing more people doesn't necessarily mean you're more profitable.
Mm.
Um, or successful. And having wider service offerings doesn't always necessarily work. So over the years, what we've done is we've looked at where we're really good, where we can
Yeah.
provide the best service, and streamlined the service to office recruitment, marketing, accountancy, and HR,
Yeah.
because they're the areas that we can provide the best support to our candidates and our clients. And then I don't need to employ such a big team to do that. So that's worked really well for me. And the other piece of advice that somebody gave me, which I will steal and suggest, and share with you, is
Please.
never go to court on a principle.
Don't
And
go to
that's
court on a principle.
never go to court or go, never go to court on a principle. And I think that's always worked well as good advice.
Okay, that's an interesting learning as well. Very interesting learning. So with all that said, then what does the future look like for Vanilla?
Well, our vision is to positively influence 1 million lives.
Yeah.
That's the company vision. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean placing 1 million people, because that's a lot of people. But we want to influence those lives. Now, whether that's helping people with interview techniques, giving them advice, working on their CVs, as well as, giving employers advice. So we're constantly working towards that. I want to help more people and businesses grow by solving their employment problems.
Yeah.
I'm looking to grow the niches that we're in. So again, not widening those niches, but working within the 4 niches, and providing just a great service to businesses, predominantly in Leicestershire and Northamptonshire, the East Midlands. But like I said, we can recruit nationally and do recruit nationally for businesses.
Yeah, I noticed actually on your website as well, you give a lot of prominence to, first of all, your vision for the business, your mission statements, and your values as well. Are they very important to the way that you run Vanilla Recruitment?
Yeah, we're very values driven. So we look for, when I'm recruiting myself, I look for people to be who are aligned with our values. Luckily now as a business as well, having been in the market for 18 years, I like to work with clients where our values align. So for us, it's all about honesty and integrity, and we're very passionate about what we do and the service that we offer, and the candidates and the people that we represent. So we want to align those passionate people with passionate businesses.
And what benefit does that give to you as the business then?
I think, well, we enjoy what we do more. So if we're working with clients that where our values are aligned, it's much easier. You are more enthusiastic about who you're recruiting for. And I think the more enthusiastic your recruiter is, the harder they're going to work on your vacancies.
Yeah, much more pleasant working relationship,
Absolutely.
I suppose, and presumably also a much more pleasant working environment as well.
Yeah, happy people, happy clients.
Yes. So what are the biggest challenges running a recruitment business at the moment in 2023?
There's a fair few. It's a very challenging recruitment market at the moment, probably one of the most challenging I've worked in 25 years, because we're in a candidate core market, or candidate led market, you could say. So there are less people on the market still than vacancies, even though vacancies have been dropping for the last 8 months. That's what the market says. KPMG reports say that vacancies are dropping, but we've, touch wood, still been incredibly busy, which is great. But I think every business across every sector is struggling for good quality people to take their vacancies, and that's lots of reasons. We've got an aging population. Brexit had an impact. COVID had an impact. So our advice to businesses is they really need to work on their employer brands to make sure that they are attractive to people. They need to really work on their customer journey when they're hiring, so that the employee journey that they go on, and they need to make decisions quickly. Salaries keep rising, so it's important that businesses keep that in mind and stay aligned to where the market is as well.
Yeah, yeah. And it's interesting as well that you refer back to other businesses, knowing what their values are, what their mission is, what their vision is as well. So actually line what they're doing inside their business.
Mm.
So good. So what's the biggest issue you've had to overcome since you started the business then?
I think probably for me personally is
Mm,
that as an employer, you can't expect to be liked all the time,
yeah,
and actually sometimes that's quite difficult. Um, just for my personality,
yeah,
I think it's much more important to make sure that you're fair and transparent. So I believe in open communication, and making sure that I'm communicating with my team why I'm making decisions so they
yeah,
understand. So they might not
hmm,
agree with them,
yeah,
but they can see that what I'm doing is fair.
yeah. Yeah, so they've got the background. Talking as sort of, I suppose it's the three parts of management, isn't it? First of all, you've got the pure management, you've got the coaching your team to help them improve and to do what you need them to do, but it's also giving them the, if you like, the framework that they're working within. So actually, they understand how their piece of work fits into the bigger picture as well.
Yeah,
Being as
absolutely.
open as you can with that communication.
Mm.
So let's change tack slightly. What would you say to anybody thinking of going into business at the moment?
I would say go for it.
Hmm.
What's the worst thing that could happen? That's the way I always think about things.
Yeah.
I would say prepare for some long hours, hard
Hmm.
work,
Yeah.
and lots of ups and downs. The highs are high, but the lows can be quite challenging.
Yeah. Yeah, the
But I
roller
think if
coaster
you've got
ride.
that, if you've got um, the burning desire to do it,
Yeah.
you'll make it work.
Yes. Yeah, very good point. Very good point. And also, actually, we're back to your vision as well, aren't we?
I guess
Having
so.
that this is what actually I'm doing this for. And actually, you mentioned the highs and the lows as well. I mean, it helps so much with the roller coaster that it is being running your own business that actually you know why you're doing it in the first place.
Yeah, I think a lot of people see it as very glamorous, or you have a huge amount of freedom and flexibility, which you
Yeah.
absolutely do, but you do have to put in a lot of hard graft that people don't see, and the long
Yeah.
hours that
Yeah.
that other people don't see.
Yes. So, who is the first person that comes to mind when you think about success?
Um, Probably Richard Branson. I
Go on. Yep.
Yeah, I think to me, he's tried lots of different things.
Hmm.
He's not afraid. He's not afraid to fail.
Yep.
So some things he's tried have worked fantastically. Other things haven't, have bombed.
Yep.
But he keeps trying. Keeps going. I think he measures success as well as how happy you are.
Yep.
Um, or partly that's how he measures it, and I think that's really important, because success to me isn't just about how much money you make or how big your business is, all of those kind of what car you drive. It's about, are you happy, are you getting the most out of your life?
Yep.
So, and for me, he's also incredibly family orientated, which resonates with my values.
Yeah. So, how much of Richard Branson's ethos do you think you've managed to roll into Vanilla Recruitment?
Probably not enough. I think we have tried things which sometimes have worked, sometimes have
Yeah.
failed. I do very much try and look at what the learning is from everything that we've done.
Yeah.
Um, so from that respect, yes, we're a very family friendly business.
Hmm.
So absolutely, I think possibly we do need to. He's constantly challenging himself and putting
Yeah.
himself outside of his comfort zone, and I think perhaps I need to do more of that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Eloise, it's been lovely talking to you today.
You too.
If anyone wants to contact you at Vanilla Recruitment, how would they do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they can ring us on 01858 898
Hmm.
or they can email me directly on eshelton@vanillarecruitment.co.uk.
Excellent. Eloise, thank you for talking to us today. It's been good
Pleasure.
fun, really interesting conversation as well.
Yes, thank you.